how to clean practically anything, and this one's health, radiant aging. I don't know, there could be something in there I want to know.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for another Tiny Tidy. For today's Tiny Tidy, I am going to be going through some things that I needed to declutter this area anyway. It was my gentleman's hutch, a big piece of furniture that's in our family room, and it had things in it that needed to go to new homes, either decluttered and go to a new home, or just go into new homes around our home. And I needed to do it, but it wasn't a high priority for me at this time until now, because as you can see, I don't know, maybe you can tell from back here, it looks a little different. It's because we are putting in new flooring in our family room. And so I needed to go through those things and so that I could move that piece of furniture. And so you'll see what happened with all of that. But that's the reason that I am doing this one, is because I have a project that's going on and I needed to declutter. So that one was intentional. And as you'll see along the way, I had a little sidetracked declutter as well. So if you've got something that you need to tidy up around your house, grab your stuff and come on, and we'll do this together. Because of my flooring project, I needed to move this big piece of furniture, and so I needed to get hubby to help me do it. And since I needed somebody to help me, I didn't have time to really go through all this stuff properly. So instead, I just moved it all to another spot, and now it's time for me to go through all that stuff. And this is where I put it. Yeah, the spare bedroom. But that's what I use this room for. We don't have any guests right now, so it's fine. But it's amazing how much stuff came out of that one cabinet, isn't it? And this isn't even all of it. There's a couple more things that I grabbed out of there that were pretty good size. These fireplace tools were also in the gentleman's hutch. And so was this churn. This was my grandma's churn, and I haven't really had a place in my home that I could set it out and display it. So as I'm decluttering, maybe I will find a place for it. But as you can see, I also have all of this stuff around here because I am, like I said, working on a project. And in the meantime, I'm also making messes. So I have other things that I need to tidy up around here. And then this basket, these books, these were in the 2 drawers that were in the dresser that he also helped me to move out of that room. So far what I've been doing is separating the stuff into things that I'm going to find a new home for, some things that will go back into the gentleman's hutch once the flooring project is finished, a few things that I'm going to be gifting away, and some things that are hubby's. I'm going to go through these things in this box, but I wanted to show you this little picture. These are some of, I call them my little nieces and my little nephew. That's what I call my ones that are my great nieces and my great nephew. There's more, but these are the ones that are in this picture. This is them when they were younger. And this is Julia. She's the one I've talked about before that I babysat for when she was little. I've kept all of them, but I mean, I kept her while her mommy was working for a while. I kept her for a little bit. And yeah, so they're so cute. I think I can go ahead and let go of some of these things. I haven't actually gone through it, but just looking at this stuff, none of it looks like anything that I want to keep so far. So at least that stuff didn't. We shall see. I wonder if this is my Santa's. I used to have a huge Santa collection. I don't know what this is. I may have used this somewhere in particular. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember. Yeah. Oh, and I also had this book. And I know I kept this book. I think it was because I liked the book. And I kind of remember what the story was about and what happened. But I don't remember why I wanted to keep it now. So I'm not going to read it again. So I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. Yeah, I think
These are just some Christmas decorations. I'm not sure why I kept them up here, though, in the gentleman's hutch instead of putting them away, which would have made more sense. Unless I had them in there and forgot about them, which is possible. He's cute, isn't he? Let's see if there's anything that we want to keep in here. I could probably stick a couple of them out in my fairy garden. That would be cute. I did, you know, for the holiday season, and then, you know, just leave them out there probably is what I'll do. Find a little section for Christmassy stuff. Pretty little angel. This one's small. This one wouldn't be able to go out there. And just a little frame. I don't think that's anybody we know. I think that's just something that was in there already. An angel. I used to buy angels every year. I would buy two. One with me and one with my sister. Here's the other one. So I would always buy two angels. So I had quite a collection of angels at one point as well. And let's see what else. This is the last one. Oh, this is a little house. That could go in my fairy garden. That would look cute. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I want to keep to use for Christmas decor in the house. I might keep a couple of these things, like I said, to put out my fairy garden, but otherwise, all of this is just going to go. I don't need to keep it.
Somebody wanted to take a nap while Mommy went through all this stuff.
Look, I'll show you what I've got so far. I have some things here that are going to go into the shred or the recycle bins, and I have a stack of things here that I need to find a place for. I like the Wizard of Oz, and hubby got me these Wizard of Oz Pez containers thing, this collector set, a few years ago. I used to have it in my little, the china cabinet where I have my pretties, but when I decluttered that, I took this out of there, but I got to find another place for it. But I also have some CDs and maybe some DVDs too, I'm not sure, but I need to put those with my others. I thought this was kind of funny. This was something that happened when I was still working. We had one of those days where you go to, you know, you do one of those company things. So we had a picnic at a, like, amusement park place. So this is me on one of those things that goes up in the air and goes up and down and up and down. And see, it's all fun, right? Hubby's next to me, takes my picture, and then we're taking off. I've never been on one before. It wasn't even a very tall one, but this is the next picture he took. Can we say panic? I was panicking. And I said, if it would have gone up and down one more time, I would have had to have been put in one of those places. I was like, and there was some little girl. He said there was a little girl in the next thing over. You might be able to see her right over here. And he said she was peeking around, wondering what in the world was wrong with that crazy lady, because it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, it was Panic City for me. It looks like I have several folders. They're empty. I'm going to put these down with my office things, and then decide once I start going through all of that stuff if I need any of these, because I use binders and folders and that sort of thing when I'm doing my writing, and so that's why I'm not always really sure about those things right off. I think I'll probably, once I get started in that and focusing on that, I'll declutter some of those, though, because I don't think I need quite as many as I actually have. I just don't know at this point how many I want. And here's some safety pins, some tape, pencil sharpener. So I think I'll go ahead and let go of both of these pencils. And I don't really need these either. I'll make sure, I'll see if they work or not. And if they don't work, I'll just toss them. If they do work, we'll pass those on. I'll put the tape and pencil sharpener with my other stuff. And I'm not sure why we have this ring, but we do. Yeah, and I'll figure out what to do. This might go with my sewing supplies. So these things are things I can put elsewhere. And we have a little trick-or-treat bag I don't know where that's from. Trick or Chic. I don't know where that was from. But anyway, cute. It's not been used, so I can use it to put something in. Either when I'm putting something to gift away or to use for trash. And then I guess this looks fine. I can put this down in our Christmas gift wrap. We have some of this tissue paper stuff, but not really a whole lot. That is just plain red or green, so I can put that down with that. That'll be fine. And then I need to see if this works. I don't know if we need to keep it, but I'll see if it works. And it looks like that's got some stuff written in it, and so does that. So I'll put these aside to look through and see if it's anything important that I need to keep. And let me go through the rest of these real quick, and then we'll see what we got. I have a stack of things here. I'm just going to find new homes for this. I also found some things in here I'm going to toss, including some staples. I don't know how we end up with staples in a drawer. And this folder looks a bit worn, so I'm just going to go ahead and toss that one. This is just a page from a calendar, but I think I had it in this drawer, so it could be like a little happy, you know, sort of like a little liner for the drawer. But when you get down to the bottom, you see a cute little picture, so that's why that's in there. And I'm just going to leave it because it does make me happy when I see it. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of these things, find new homes for them, and then I'll come back and maybe we can do a quick run through these books. I'm not sure if there's any I'm going to let go of. I think these are some of the ones that I chose to put in here because I want to read them at some point. But maybe I can find a different home for them instead of in the vanity drawer. I'm not sure yet, but I'll probably just put this stuff back where I had it in the gentleman's hutch because it's out of the way there, and I don't think we're going to be using it anytime soon, but at least I know where it is at if I do need to use it. While I was putting other stuff away, I walked by this stuff that's here. I think I got a picture of this. I don't know. But as I walked by, I decided to just go ahead and clear all the stuff away. I have a few things that's going to go into the trash or shred bin, but I put all the rest of the stuff away. While I was going past it, I need to go through a little bit of stuff on that next shelf and clear out the trash and all that stuff. But yeah, that was piled pretty high. This is one of those places, it's a little bit of a catch-all. It's not usually too bad, but I had stuck a few things there when I was putting out some fall and Halloween decorations, some things that I had from around the house, and then other things just got piled there, so time to clear it off. And that picture, I bought that a while back. I need to clean it. I got it secondhand. I need to clean it and then hang it up. I think I'm going to put it in the bathroom. I got the cat bowls over in the sink. They are soaking because I need to wash them. But I cleaned up their little area a little bit. I still need to vacuum the floor and mop it, but I got this little area tidied up. Took some of the overflow of the garbage bags or the plastic bags out of there. That's mostly what we use them for, is to line the trash. Emptied out that trash that was in there. And this thing, I still have a couple of things in here because we're actually still going to be using those, but I had several receipts and things that were in there that I can now toss away. And as you can see up here, this is tidied up, and there's this little ball in there. I think that needs to go downstairs. Normally, if I put anything in here, it doesn't get any more full than this basket, but this time it just got a little out of control. But it only took a few minutes, and I got it all back under control. A little blurry, but it's back under control. And even wiped up their little food area a little bit. Old me would have just let that be there. You know, I've got another big old project going on, and I would have just let that be there. I would have let it pile up. I would have let it get messier and messier. But today I allowed myself to get sidetracked because I knew that if I didn't go ahead and clean that up, I would just let it sit there. And now we are back in here. I'm going to finish up what I started in here. So even though I got sidetracked, I didn't let it sidetrack me so much so that I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, I was straightening out this mess. I do see some DVDs, it looks like, in here. Of my Harry Potter one. Maybe I'll watch that for Halloween time. And then we have some Christmas ones. I like A Christmas Carol. I like Scrooge after he got nice. And let's see, some holiday movies. More holiday movies. So sometimes hubby and I, we will watch movies at Christmas together. So I know this is a book I'm currently reading. I took the cover off so the cover will still be fine. And then once I'm finished reading it, I will actually donate that one. I used to have all of Janet Ivanovich's Stephanie Plum series. I finally decided, you know what, I don't need to keep them, so I decluttered the whole thing. And now when I get one, I just go ahead and declutter it. I think I don't know if she's still writing those. I think she's moved on to something else, though. But let's see. What do we have in here? It looks like these are all ones that I do still want to read. I have read this one before. I keep this one just because it's pretty. But the rest of these, some of them I have read a little bit but haven't finished them. And some I haven't even started. So I'm going to put these over on another shelf because I did put these in that drawer. There are two drawers. I did put these in those drawers so that I could know where they were and grab a book out. Like sometimes if we're getting ready to go somewhere, I'll just run and grab a book to take with me. And so I want to have them handy. But I don't want to have them in that drawer anymore. So let me go do that real quick. I'll be right back. That was pretty quick. I found a little bookmark. It's really cute, but I don't need to keep it. So I'm going to put that and this Pinterest for Dummies book. I'll put both of those over here with the things to gift away. And I add a couple of index cards to these plastic bags. I don't need to keep that. And isn't this cute, this little bookmark? I think I'll just go ahead and use that right now. It says, give bountiful thanks for peace and plenty. And that is perfect for this time of year. So I'm going to actually use that. And then there were some things here with paper, but some of them have writing in them. So I need to actually go through them and see if there's anything that needs to be kept. If not, then I can go ahead and toss those. How to clean practically anything. And this one's health, radiant aging. I don't know, there could be something in there I want to know. So, yeah, those are going to get a little bit closer look. And then these things, this is going to go into the thing with important papers. And then these are just manuals. And yes, I know you can toss manuals because you can look everything up online. But we keep ours. So I'm going to put those where they go. And let me tidy all this up and then we'll be done. When I'm doing a declutter and I happen on another, I can either take a moment or a pass. If I choose to take the sidetrack, then I have to make my way back to the place where I detracted from my task. And when I finish my distraction, I'll get extra satisfaction by completing what I started just because. So when I get a little sidetracked, I don't let it get me off track. I just let it get me further than I was. I put all of the stuff that I'm going to be putting back in the gentleman's hutch into that basket, so it's all contained. And I have a few things here that I'm gifting away. I know it's not very much, but it's something. But all the rest of that stuff, I found new homes for it, so it's not even going to go back into the gentleman's hutch. But now you see, I got the bed all cleared back off, and I actually cleared out a little bit more of the stuff that I had put in here from other declutters that I had done, and I hadn't yet gotten it all put away. So that is my tiny tidy for this Tuesday. Let me know in the comments if you did a tiny tidy along with me. I'd love to hear all about it. And be sure you check out the playlist in the description box below and Sunday Dawn's channel. The Helpful Home. She is the host of Tiny Tidy Tuesdays every week.
So for now, I'm going to say goodbye and happy decluttering.
There's my bubby. Did you get your tiny tidy done? Did you get your tiny tidy done today?